Hi, I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Theory Tuition series where we're working step by step through each of the ABRSM theory grades. We're now making good headway through grade 4 theory. There are lots of resources available to help you on my website. If you visit sharonbill.com, you'll find some free PDF information sheets. They're available in the US letter or A4 and accompany each step of this series. There's also a page with links to all of my YouTube video tutorials, and you can also access information about the books that I have available. I've written How to Take Your ABRSM Music Theory Exam, and it's an exam technique guide, and it's full of tips and techniques on how to best prepare for your exam and also how to best make use of the time when you're actually working through your paper on actual exam day. So if you visit sharonbill.com, it's all there for you. If you can give me a like, that would be great. That'd be really encouraging to me, and subscribe to my channel to keep updated. There's lots more to come. And so now let's just grab a pencil. I've got a nice sharp pencil. I use a mechanical pencil, so it's always sharp. You will need an eraser and a ruler, and we're ready to go. So if you turn with me to page 19, we're going to be looking at the technical names of the degrees of the scale. The degrees of the diatonic scale, and that just means this recognised scale patterns of major or minor keys. And this is best explained on a little bit of manuscript paper. And so you can just learn each of these names. It doesn't matter if you don't understand why, but we're going to look a little bit more in depth just because I think it's really interesting. So let's just have a delve into these technical names. So the degrees of the scale, we've got 1, 2 in the scale of C major, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then back home to 8. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that will be tonic, supertonic, mediant, subdominant, dominant, submediant, leading note, tonic. However, let's look at why these are called the names that they are. And so again, we'll stay in C major. And I'm going to start with a C here. So there's our tonic. We've dealt with tonic since grade 1. Tonic is key note or tone note, therefore tone note tonic, from which the scale takes its name. So here we have the tonic of C. Now the next note we're going to be dealing with is the dominant or the fifth, and that's because it's next in importance to the key note. Harmonically speaking, the dominant dominates the key, therefore it's named dominant. Notice it's 5 degrees up, so it's the 5th note. Now the subdominant is so called, it's the subdominant or the lower dominant because it's 5 notes below the dominant. Hence its name subdominant. And it's also the next of the primary triads. Your tonic, dominant and subdominant are your primary triads. We've got the dominant and the lower dominant, which is the 4th. It just so happens that the dominant and the subdominant is one step below the dominant, but that's not the reason for the name. It's because it's the lower 5th down. So that's that. Now then, the mediant is the 3rd, and that's so called because it lies midway between the tonic and the dominant. The submediant, which is the 6th, is so called because it lies midway between the tonic and the subdominant. So that's the submediant. And that's why those names are such as they are. So that just leaves us with the supertonic, and that is literally because it's super or above the tonic. And the leading note is so called because it leads up to the tonic. So that's the reason for those note names. So we've got the tonic, the tone key. We've got the dominant, the 5th, which dominates the key harmonically speaking. We've got the subdominant, the lower dominant. We've got the mediant, which is midway between the tonic and the dominant. And we've got the submediant, which is midway between the tonic and the subdominant. And that's the reason for those names. However, it doesn't matter if you don't know why. I just included that out of interest. It's just a matter of remembering these names. And then we apply that by counting which degree of the scale we're on, and then giving them their appropriate names. So they are just here for you to refer to. They're also in your PDF document that I provided for you in section E. So you can just keep referring to these until you get to grips with it. So the first job is we have to know what key we're in, and that will establish the tonic or the tone note. And then from there we can work out everything else from that. So we know that we're in the key of G major here because we've got a key of F sharps with no other accidentals. So we're in the G major key. So G therefore is our tonic, and we count out everything from that, counting the degrees of the scale. And just like in previous grades, when you're counting the intervals, it's always very important that you count the tonic as 1. If you forget to count the tonic as 1 and move up a step and you're counting, you'll be a degree of the scale out each time. And so here, number 1, this first question is, if we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th degree of the scale, that means it's the submediant. There's our little list. Let's look at the next one. So 1 is the tonic G, 2 is the supertonic, 3, if we're counting from G, F sharp is the 7th if we're counting up from G, and so therefore we know that's the leading note. And the last one, D, G, A, B, C, D is the 5th, and so that's our dominant. So we're just counting the intervals just as we did from grade 1 onwards, but now we're going to be giving them their technical names. So let's have a go at this next one together. So we have a key signature of 3 sharps with no other unexplained accidentals, and that means we're in the key of A major. So that now gives us our tonic as A, so A is our tonic there. And so we need to now name all of these other intervals. So if A is 1, 1, 2, 3, that means this C sharp is the mediant. That's the 3rd step of the scale, so we give it the correct name. Counting from A for this one, the second example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the 7th degree of the scale, that means it's the leading note. 3rd exercise or example, so if A is 1, B is the 2nd, so that means it's the supertonic. And then here, the D, 1, 2, 3, 4, is the subdominant. And there we go. Let's crack on with this next one. So our key, we have a key signature of 5 flats with no other unexplained accidentals. We're in the key of D flat major. And that should now enable you to work out the rest of these intervals. And then referring to this little chart here, you can just check the technical names and replace those for the numbers or the degrees of the scale. So go ahead and try the rest on your own. It doesn't matter if you get a few wrong, it's always better to learn by your mistakes. So do try these on your own now and then re-access into the video and I'll check through them with you. So I'm hoping that you've had a go of this on your own, and so let's just work through quickly what these intervals are. So this first one is the 3rd, which is the mediant. The second one is the 7th degree of the scale, leading next door to the tone note, the key note, so therefore this is the leading note. The G is a subdominant. If we count up from D, E, F, G, so that's the subdominant. And then the last one is an A or A flat. Don't worry about that, your key signature will deal with all of that. D, E, F, G, A is the fifth, which is the dominant. Matters become a little bit more complicated in the next one because of the alto clef, if you're not familiar with working with that, but by all means sketch over the letters. So have a go, work out the letters, and then you can work out the technical names. Of course, the first job is to work out what key we're in. And so we're in the key of E flat major, which has got 3 flats, B flats, E flats, A flats. And then let's just sketch out what these letters are. One below C, that's a B. C, D, that's an F. That's an A. Your key signature will take care of whether it's a flat or not. And then we've got an E at the end. So we just now need to give these letters their technical names. So in the key of E flat major, a B is the fifth, that's the dominant. F is the second, and so that's the supertonic. A is the fourth, so that's the subdominant. And then we finish on an E or an E flat, as the case may be, and that's our tonic. There we go. And so turn over the page, and we have a few more examples. So if you've not done so already, then please do give those a go. And then I'm just going to quickly work through those, and so you can mark those off and check your answers. If you've got something wrong, just go back and figure out why, rub it out and try again. So then, if we're on page 20, we have a key signature now of 5 sharps. That means we're in the key of B major. And so our first note is a second, so that's a supertonic from B to C, or C sharp as the case may be, with the key signature. F is the fifth, so that's the dominant. G, so that's the submediant. And then we've gone up to 1, 2, 3, third, that's the mediant. There we go. Again, we've got matters a little bit more complicated here because we're in alto clef, and then we've got some accidentals to take care of as well as a key signature. So this raised flat is an E natural, which means we're taking the E out of this key signature and affecting it with a natural sign, which means it must be a raised seventh. So if E is the seventh, F is the eighth, the key note, the tone note, and so we're in F minor now. And so we need to work out all of our technical names from this. Again, if you're not sure of this clef, then by all means sketch in the letter names. So number 1 is our E natural, number 2, one below the C, so that's our B flat, number 3 is a D, one above the C, and number 4, CB, is an A, or an A flat as the key signature dictates. And so now we can count up from F to find the degrees of the scale and give these the technical names. So number 1, the raised 7th is the leading note, and that makes sense in terms of the raised 7th. So we know really at a glance that's going to be the raised 7th, the leading note. Number 2 is the subdominant, the 4th degree of the scale. Number 3 is the submediant, F, G, A, B, C, D, the 6th. And number 4 is the mediant, the 3rd, F, G, A. So that's mediant. There we go. Last one, have a go at this if you haven't done so already. Again, we've got a clue here. So that should help you on your way to explain what the key is. So I'm hoping you've had a go of that, and you should have figured out that that's the raised 7th. So if A is the 7th, the 8th is B flat, so we're in B flat minor, which has a key signature of 5 flats, and then an accidental is a raised 7th. And so we know that our tonic is B flat, and we count everything up from there for the degrees of the scale. So number 1 is a C, so that's the supertonic, the 2nd. Number 2 is the submediant. Thinking we're counting 6. 1, 3, 5, 6. Number 3 is this B, C, D, E, the subdominant, the 4th. And then number 4 is our raised 7th, that's our leading note. There we go, so it's just getting to grips with these new technical names for the degrees or the steps of the scale. I do hope that's been helpful to you. I hope you found that interesting, particularly why these names are called as they are. If you can give me a like, that'd be really fab, and subscribe to my channel to keep updated. Please do visit sharonbill.com and make use of all the resources available to help you there. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to next time. Bye.